Hello everyone, welcome to your 20-minute stretch session. My name is Jessica and I'm here to take you through that experience today. All right, when you're ready, come with me. We're gonna start with some dynamic movement first to just get everything ready, and then we'll go into some static stretching, and I'll tell you why we're doing it as we're going. So come here, nice even distribution in the feet, and then when you're ready, let's take a nice big deep breath in. Beautiful, and then release. We're gonna do that a few more times. Take it all the way up. And release. 2 more times, please. And release. 1 more time. Finish it up. And then we're just gonna reach over to the side. So release, and then when you're ready, take that right arm, hand to the hip, sweep it over. And then take that down. Let's do that again. We're gonna do everything 2 times on each side for the time being. 1 more like this, please, on this side. Excellent. Let's finish that up on the other side, and then we're gonna open up our chest and release. Think about linking that breath, arms up, sweep it open, and then roll everything and then collapse. I'll take it to the side. Open up and tuck. Open up and tuck. Let's do 2 more like this. Take it up and tuck. Last one, take it up. Beautiful, and release. Take the hands to your thighs. I'm gonna go in a little bit of a diagonal. Round that spine up and release. Do that again, please. Taking it up and release. Thinking about using that breath, nice big deep breath in through the nose, and it can come out through the nose if you want, or out through that mouth, your choice, but thinking cleansing breath. 2 more like this, and then we're gonna put a little focus on those legs. Last one right here. Excellent. Now round your spine all the way up. Go down, round it up, and then move those legs for me. What we're gonna do now is a little bit of a dynamic stretch for the calves and the hip flexors. So you're gonna step 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and then when you're ready, you're gonna go up and down. Beautiful. Finding your tempo. I'm gonna come back to face you. So what we're doing right now, it's called a dynamic warm-up, and that means we're gonna be slightly stretching and increasing that blood flow to the musculature, so to your muscles. Beautiful. 4 more like this. And 3. Now if you want, you can add your arms. Open that chest at the same time. Last 2. Then we're gonna come and hold this. Last one, finish it all the way through. Excellent. Press that heel back, stay right here. I'm turning back to the side. And then you're gonna take that hip. I want you to get up on your tippy toe, push that hip forward, stay nice and tall, come on back. If you want, add some bicep curls to this. So up on that tippy toe, push the hip forward. You're scooping that tailbone under. Now, if you've ever experienced lower back pain, it could actually be stemming from the hip flexor. And you're going, really? The front of my hip could be causing pain back here? Yes. And the reason is because where the muscles insert in the thighs, and it moves right through your pelvis into your lower back. 2 more like this, and then we're gonna come and hold it. Last one, so we're gonna hit all those major muscle groups today. Come and hold this. If you'd like, sweep the arm up, give me a nice stretch, and I'm gonna face you again. If you'd like, reach it over. In 4, 3, 2, and then release everything. When you're ready, let's take the other leg forward, and I'll go on a bit of a different diagonal. And then we're gonna do those calves to start. Same thing, if you want, open up that chest at the same time. Think about linking that breath, so you don't have to move with my movement, you move with your breath. So opening up that chest. So chances are you've been sitting all day, haven't you? So we want to open that chest, really get those back muscles, those posterior muscles firing and creating length in the front of the body. 2 more like this, then we're going to come and hold. Last one. Good, come and hold that calf in 8, 7. So this is what we call a static stretch. So we did a dynamic stretch, and now we're holding it. Ready? Up on your tippy toe, scoop that pelvis. So now you found your position, and here we go. If you'd like, add that bicep curl. You don't have to. And you should feel a light stretch as you're pushing forward. If you need to, squeeze your bottom. Yes. We got about 4 more left here. So a little bit of that dynamic stretch, like I said, to get us moving, getting that blood flowing. 2 more. Last one, all the way through. Then we're gonna come and hold this. So get nice and forward, nice and tall, sweep that arm up if you'd like, and then at the same time, you can add that little bit of reach, creating space into the side of the torso. Trying to hit those armpit muscles, specifically the latissimus dorsi. So your back muscle crosses into the armpits, and if that muscle right here is tight, it's gonna pull you forward. Beautiful. When you're ready, step nice and wide. And all we're gonna do is start to awaken those inner thighs. So you're just gonna bend that knee, come back to center, bend the other knee, back to center. Good. Now find your tempo. So you're linking that breath. And you want to find a light stretch. So same thing in today's society, our adductors, our inner thigh muscles, because we tend to sit a lot, and lots of us like to cross our legs. So that shortens up the muscles in the inner thighs, and that's going to affect the pull on the knees. And so if this is tight, this will tend to be stuck in a long position, and then that's going to affect the tracking on the knees. We're going to do 2 more like this. Last one all the way through, and then you're gonna come here and hold. So then when you're ready, come and hold, and that little bit of that static stretch. So we warm the muscles up, and now we're coming in and holding for about 10 to 15 seconds. In 4, 3, 2, you ready to do the other side? All right, come on over here. And we're gonna do that twice in total. So again, about 10 to 15 seconds for static stretching. Beautiful. In 4, 3, 2, let's go back over to that other side. Now, if you're finding it feels a little too intense or it's not intense enough, adjust as needed. You should feel a light stretch. There shouldn't be any pain, just a light stretch. In 3, 2, last time right here. Beautiful. So again, no pain. And so that saying of no pain, no gain, we don't want to say that anymore. We want to think you're exercising and you're moving to maintain quality of life and activities of daily living. So going up and down the stairs, moving around, beautiful. And then when you're ready, come back to center, bring your feet together. Let's forward bend and then round yourself all the way up. Now the chair is here today because we're gonna incorporate it. Let's go all the way down again. And then we're gonna come all the way up. We're gonna start to try to release those hamstrings. So when you're ready, a little micro bend in the knees. I want you to visualize you're a waiter, and I want you to hinge from the pelvis. So look how my back is not rounding. I'm going to the point where I feel a light stretch in the back of my thighs. I come back up. Let's do that again. So little waiter's bow. Find that light stretch, come on back up. We're gonna do 4 more like this, please. So just a light hinge. Same thing, because again, we like to sit a lot, and we love our little medias of our phones and our computers. And so our hamstrings also tend to get short. And so we just want to increase that mobility. Last and final one, and then we're going to come and hold this. So come all the way through, and then you're going to come down. Now this is where the chair can come into place. So that chair is there, and this is actually going to teach your hamstrings to relax. So think nice even distribution through the whole foot. Your feet are facing forward. Use the chair, because when your hamstrings realize that they can trust you, they will start to release, and then you can go a little bit more forward. Notice how my spine is still long. I'm not rounded. So trying to resist that if you can, a light squeeze between those shoulder blades. And then as you feel a little bit more comfortable, can you go a little further down? And we're gonna do a couple of stretches after on the chair just so that you have that. Beautiful. Getting ready to come on up. In 3, 2, push the chair away. Go all the way as far as you can. Let that spine round. And then take your time, soften the knees, and then round yourself all the way up. When you get to the top, move your legs. Anytime you have your head below your heart, always move those legs, even sometimes when you stand up. Beautiful, keeping that blood flowing. So we hit our inner thighs, we hit the back of our thighs. We gotta hit these guys over here. So what we're gonna do, put the foot on a bit of a diagonal, little micro bend in the knee, and we're just gonna do a couple of leg lifts so that we just get those muscles firing. And then after that, we're gonna cross that foot slightly behind us. Now, if you do have any hip issues or hip stability issues, you may not appreciate this stretch. So you do not have to do anything, especially if it doesn't feel right. Gorgeous. We're halfway through this stretching routine, folks. 2 more. Last one, finish it up. And then when you're ready, put that foot forward. And now we're gonna cross that foot back, being cautious of the hip. So a little micro bend in those knees, and then reach the arm up so that we're getting through that whole lateral side of your body. And I appreciate you making time to be here today. Beautiful. In 4, 3, 2, release everything. Come put that foot on a bit of a diagonal, little micro bend in that knee, engage that core, and then just a little leg lift. Now notice, if you need to, add your arm to help counterbalance this weight. Good. 2 more like this. Last one all the way through. Good, finish it up. And then that foot goes forward. We step back, we watch that hip, and then little micro bends in the knees, and then reach that arm up. Like I said, it should feel like a light stretch, but it shouldn't feel painful. You may feel it through the triceps right through here. You may also feel it on the lats. You may feel this in the obliques. Hopefully you're feeling this a bit on the side of the hips. That's our goal right now. In 8, 7, 6, we're almost there. 4, 3, 2, all right, release everything. Come, little soft bend in those knees, a little wider than hip distance. And then all we're gonna do, we're gonna reach and then come back over to the other side now. Reach and back to center. Breathing out and in. Do that again, please. So we're just warming up those muscles because we're gonna come and hold this. So you can see I'm really trying to put a lot of focus on releasing the muscles by your armpits because, again, from all that sitting, we want to open up that chest. 2 more like this. Finish it up. Good. Then we're going to come on over to the other side, and I want you to hold this. Hand can go down to the knee or incorporate that chair again. So the chair is here, and then you reach. Beautiful. Then what we're going to do, we're going to take that and we're going to follow our elbow up. Are we ready for this? In 3, 2, now open up, trying to follow that elbow as far as you comfortably can. Oh my goodness. And then sweep all the way back up to standing. Take that chair over to the other side if you need it. Same thing, squat down, pull that arm across. Hand can go onto the chair for support. And we're trying to create the length, so almost push that hip away to create that opening. Beautiful job. We're gonna hold that for a couple more seconds, and then we're gonna follow that elbow up. Are we ready? Breathing out. Ooh. Hold it there for a moment. How are we feeling? In 4, 3, 2, sweep it all the way up. 2 big deep breaths in right here, around that spine. Beautiful. Release. One more time, please. We're going to sit down and release. Now, if you're sitting in a chair that has the armrest, you may not be able to do all of these stretches. Maybe find a place where you're going to be able to get into the hips. So one of the first stretches we're going to hit is those hip flexors again. So come sit down. Hopefully, so maybe you have to go get your kitchen chair. You're going to scoot one of your little lovely cheekies right off. So now we're nice and warmed up. And I'm going to be turning my chair here in a moment. I want you as tall as you comfortably can, wiggling that foot back. I'm going to turn my chair so you have a better view of me. Right? So my cheek is off. I'm nice and tall. My other hand is on the chair so I don't fall off. And get that leg as far back as you can so you can feel that length through the front of the thigh. Now, depending on your flexibility or range of motion, you may also be feeling this in the lower portion. So these are your quadriceps. And so we have 4 quadriceps. And of course, one of those quadriceps is actually a hip flexor. It crosses through that hip joint. So we want to create some mobility. So we're lengthening so that we can create some mobility in our pelvis. Now, if you'd like, you can also reach that arm up, but you don't have to. Holding that for 4, 3, we're getting ready for the other side. All right, release all of that. We're going to do the same thing. All right, here we go. Get that lovely booty off the chair. Get that leg as far back as you can. And like I said, I'm going to rotate so you have a better view of me. So right here, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle as needed. Like I said, No pain, just a light stretch. If you'd like, sweep that arm up. Beautiful. So again, we're hitting the hip flexors. So one of the hip flexors, the primary hip flexor that goes through the pelvis into the lower back, is called your iliopsoas. And then we also have the rectus femoris, which is part of the quadriceps. That's also a hip flexor. And then we have a few more, but I'm not going to give you too many terms right now. And then we're going to do another hamstring stretch here in a moment. In 4, 3, 2, all right, release all of that, come back to center. You're going to take the one leg forward, scoot your booty to the front. If you can, toe points up to the ceiling. You may feel this in your calf muscles, and that's okay. Nice long spine, so try to resist rounding the spine. So pull from the center of your chest, leaning as far forward as you can. Nice gentle gaze. Toe, if you can, try to pull it up towards the shin, and then you're gonna feel that. You ready for the muscle? The gastrocnemius. So that is your primary calf muscle right here, and it crosses the knee joint. So that's why you're feeling this right now, and we're hitting the back of the thighs. We're almost there, and then we're gonna take that leg and we're gonna put it up here. Now, if you know you don't have that hip mobility, I'm gonna give you an option. In 3, 2, all right, sit up nice and tall, get that leg up. If you're going, are you for real? Here's your option. Take the leg forward, below the knee, so we don't want to press at the knee, and we're going to do the same thing. It may not be as intense, but that's okay. And if you can't do this at all, that's completely fine. You can go back into that hamstring stretch. Same thing, we want that foot engaged, and we want to hinge as far forward as we comfortably can, and you'll feel that very deep in your glute muscles. Beautiful. Holding that, and again, trying to resist that rounding in the spine, instead keeping a nice long spine. In 4, 3, 2, release all of that. We got to do the other leg. Toe up as high as you can. Nice long spine, and then hinging forward. So these are static stretches. Like I said earlier, we hold them for about 10 to 15 seconds, longer if you'd like. We've got about 4 more seconds, and then we're going to creep that leg up, remembering that we do have options. In 3, 2, 1, sit up nice and tall, take that leg up, keep that foot engaged if you can, adjust as needed, and then a little hinge forward. If you're unable to do this, let me just remind you of the option, and then hinging forward, trying to resist rounding the spine. I'm coming back, and then we're going to do a little stretch for the hands, for the wrist, and the neck, and we're going to call this a day. In 4, 3, 2, and then release. Let's roll out those wrists. And at the same time, start moving your hands around, and then when you're ready, I want you to visualize you're playing the piano. It doesn't have to have any rhyme or reason. It's just to move the hands. Open those fingers, close those fingers. Move, try to see if you can separate each finger separately. Move that around. Excellent. And then when you're ready, put the hands down. We're gonna do chin to chest. We're gonna breathe out. Take a gentle gaze to the ceiling. It's not about jamming your head back. It's about creating length through the collarbone. So think about length through the collarbone, and then when you're ready, push your bottom jaw up ahead of your top teeth. And then you're gonna feel a little extra stretch. It's not pretty, but man, oh man, does it work. So pout, and then when you're ready, look down, create length into the back of the neck. Let's do that again. Breathing out, pout, and look down. Nobody's allowed to freeze this and then send it to people. Take a peek up, and release. Let's do that one more time, please. Pout. And you can feel it, can't you? And then look down. Let's take a peek over at our shoulder. Excellent. Come back to center, linking that breath. Breathing out. Back to center. One more time on each side. Back to center. Last and final time. And then we're going to do ear to shoulder. Beautiful. Ear to shoulder when you're ready. Think about pushing that arm down. Back to center. Other side. Length through those collarbones. Last two, and then we're gonna take 2 big deep breaths in, and then we get to say goodbye. I appreciate you making time to be here today. Beautiful. When you're ready, 2 big deep breaths in. And I hope you have a wonderful, fabulous day. Thank you for being here. My name is Jessica. I hope you have a wonderful day.